guys, what's up? I'm gonna try and make this shit a little more interesting. But today we have kind of a cool install. It's nothing, the bike runs. I might ride it later tonight and I'll post a video of it running and everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and install this here. Let's get it. Alright, so for this install, I'm gonna try and keep it really simple, keep it really minimal wiring. I am gonna install this thing a little bit better, probably tuck it in where it's supposed to go. I might even shorten it out because it's like super long, so I might just like cut it really short and then shove it in there so that it fits like OEM. Hopefully that's the same size, which I doubt, but whatever. I'm gonna deal with that. All the wiring for the lights, I'm not gonna cut any of it. I'm just gonna like zip tie it together and tuck it away somewhere and then run it all like nicely through and everything. But right now I'm just gonna take this thing off and this piece and this piece. Actually, this piece is gonna come off with this together, so let me do that real quick. I'm gonna install this little touch button here into the switch so that when you turn the key on, let's see, so the key's off right there, the switch is off, and then when you turn the key on, this is hard, and then this thing comes on and you can push the little touch button. So it's not a button, it's just touchscreen or whatever, but you can turn the lights on from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire this thing up nice and clean, tuck it away in the little shroud thing, and then show you guys how to just run the wiring through to get a good enough lighting down here and stuff. So I forgot to mention, from the switch, I went ahead and borrowed the same color wires here. Well, not really, it's just, so you're gonna connect the green to the green. Let me turn this light off. So it's just gonna be green to green, black. So the green and black where you're getting your power source from, this black one needs to go to this, this red one needs to go to the solid black one, and then you need to get your other two right here, which is the black and red, connected to the black and red from the Bluetooth lights, and that's how you're getting your power from over here. Alright guys, so I got the button installed. It looks nice and sleek. I got this thing installed as well. The only thing is I need to make a little cutout or something that is gonna hold this thing from spinning when I turn the key and stuff. But everything seems to fit pretty nice. It's a little bit tight, but let me see. It's hard to see in there. Here, take it out for you. There we go. So this literally goes like straight behind. You can kind of see like back here. It's just like barely touching it. It's actually like not even touching it that much, but I just need to make something here to keep this from spinning like this. If I can do that, then I'll be good. Other than that, I just ran all the wiring through here. So this is the harness that goes to the bike on the ignition stuff, and then I just tapped into the wires right here. This one and this one are gonna go to the two right here, these two here, and then I'm just gonna run the wires from down there somewhere into these little ones here. This black one and this red one, and then just guide them through the bike, and then mount the lights back here, and then mount two lights over there, or I might put one in here. I don't know. I'll see how it looks, but just had to show you the button real quick. Alright, so I got everything wired up. The Bluetooth thing is wired up. I rewrapped it with the Tesla tape. I got the cables connected to the switch, and the switch is connected to the ignition switch. The ignition switch is connected to the bike. Now let's do a little quick test run. Turn the ignition on. Turn the blue switch on. And there we have it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing back, and then see where I can route the wires. I'm just gonna bunch them up at the bottom over here. I might throw one. Well, I know I'm gonna throw one over here, but I don't know if I'm gonna throw one on the shell on this side and that side, or just leave it in the center somewhere and then mount the other one up here, depending on how it looks. I'm just gonna zip tie them only because they're super cheap anyways. What next time if I want to update it, I just have to tap into this line here. Everything's already wired up, and then I can get better lights. But these ones right here are super cheap. They're like 17 bucks or 12 bucks or something like that. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and zip tie them together on the bike itself. But let me go ahead and do that, and I'll try and record some of it. If I can't, then I'll just post the after pictures. Alright, so I have the VIN number plate right here. It's kind of getting in the way of the light. So if I'm trying to mount the light right here, and it's in the way, so I'm gonna have to bend this out just a little bit. Alright, let's see how that goes. There we go, it's so much better. Now I'm just gonna zip tie it here, here, right here, and right here. Okay, so I mounted the light on here. I don't know if you can see that right there. I just used some zip ties because I didn't want to fucking try and figure out screwing positions or anything like that, so I just left it like that. It's nice and snug in there. The one thing I did do is I put in this little foam stuff in between it. I folded it up, and that way it's stacked up. Let me see if you can see it on this side. See the little grooves in there? So that's all foam because the screws that hold the floor pan thing down, they go down here too deep, and then they hit the light. So I just pretty much put a space in between there so that it's nice and centered, and the screw doesn't fuck up the lights for whatever reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Alright, there we go. I got the lights, the two in here mounted. Go ahead and test them out. That light, power, boom. There we go. It's gonna look super sick. Now I just gotta figure out where to put these ones over here with all this extra wiring. Right there for now. Or over here maybe. There's really nowhere to put them that way. Oh, I guess I can glue them there with the... Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them there, and the other one on the other side with the sticky stuff. Wherever the fuck it is, I think it's up there. Let me go get it. Alright, got everything wired up. Oh, actually, I forgot to wire that up. I took those wires away real quick. Oops. Moment of truth, final test. Switch is on. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this area up a little bit. I gotta air up the tire because it went flat. Yeah, let's go try this thing out on the night. Alright guys, here's a little quick night view of the lights. I think I'm gonna leave it out of the front because it's gonna, I think it might look funky once I do lower the bike. once I do lower it, it's gonna look weird. So I think I'm just gonna leave it off the fender there, put it leave the two there, and then wire up these two back here. I'm gonna put them on the fender so they actually shine on the floor instead of just in the engine bay area or whatever you want to call that. But I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Get some rolling shots, I guess, of it, and see how it looks.